morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling reclining back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving, and so this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way, that this is a very special day. Up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving, so this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way, that this is a very special day.
And a very special day it is. What a great day it is. It is a terrific Thursday. It means my partner in crime, my co-host this morning, is Autumn Scott Hall. Good morning, Autumn.
Good morning, Becky.
Happy
Good morning.
Thursday. Do you know what we'll be doing next week?
We will be talking turkey for the Turkey Day. It is Turkey Day. I
okay.
plan on being here for Thanksgiving.
Okay, I was going to ask you, and I'm actually asking you on air. Are we
I'm
going
going to be here, and I may even, I'm going to throw this out here for all of our listeners, I may actually bring you a coffee bundt cake for Thanksgiving breakfast.
You are so...
I make a good coffee cake.
I know. You are so dangerously good.
I might even go with that orange zest.
Ow.
Isn't that good? Let's do that. Let's have coffee cake for Thanksgiving.
Coffee cake and coffee club and coffee, just coffee me over. Okay.
I might even wear my coffee shirt.
Oh my goodness, I do too. I have a coffee.
Just add coffee.
Just add coffee. There are so many great coffee T-shirts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love them. I do. And Mindy Gang gave me one that instead of it's Def Leppard, but instead of pour some sugar on me, it's pour some coffee on me.
I love that.
It's fantastic.
I would let Def
said-
Leppard pour some coffee on me.
Oh, I think not.
Somebody call Becky.
All right, let's see. Let's see who's at our
Are you
door.
doing? Are you doing?
Good morning. Hi. Who do we have with us?
Hi, good morning. This is Sue Smith with the Butterball Turkey Talk Line.
Well, hi, Sue. We were just talking about all the great things that Butterball has to offer. Sue, thank you for calling in this morning. We're super excited. And a week from today, game on, right?
Game on. In fact, today is National Thaw Your Turkey Day, 1 week away from Thanksgiving. So make sure if you don't have that turkey thawing in the refrigerator, today is the day.
I love that.
Can't deep fry a frozen turkey. That's a hazard.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's true. That is true. So, Susan, let's talk about this because so a week thawing your turkey, that makes me a little nervous, but I shouldn't be, right?
No, you shouldn't be. It takes longer than we anticipate. It's 1 day for every 4 pounds of turkey. So average turkey, 16, 18, 20 pounds. You're looking at a good 5 days to completely defrost.
Okay.
And it's certainly safe to keep in there for another 4 days. Everyone's fridge is different, how quickly, how slowly it might thaw. Make sure it's 40 degrees or colder, and it'll be just fine.
Okay, so when we go to get our Butterball turkey, frozen, let's say this is a frozen one. So what we do, we come home from our shopping, which I call our hunting spree.
Hunting spree.
Our
We're
hunting-
shopping all the
Yes,
turkeys.
in the
wild.
You know,
where
right
they're found.
right now, the deer hunters are out. The men are out with the deer hunters, and they're not always getting the deer, but we are actually getting the turkey. So we bring the turkey home, and we take it right from our automobile into the refrigerator. Is that correct today?
You got it. Just put it on a tray or a plate of some sort, put it on your bottom shelf.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't want all that juice.
Yeah. Okay, so then, here we are. Now, what if we got a Butterball, like the non-frozen, the fresh turkey?
Yep, a fresh turkey is certainly safe to refrigerator as well. All the fresh turkeys sold in November are good through Thanksgiving, so you don't need to freeze that turkey. That's the benefit of a fresh turkey. It doesn't have to be frozen and then through the thawing process. So go ahead and just put that in your fridge too.
Susan, do you feel, I mean, like Thanksgiving and turkey, I mean, like, it is such a scary meal to prepare. Everyone, because it's like, you don't fix a turkey very often, so it's very intimidating.
You know, it can be, but it shouldn't be. But that's why we're here. We've been here over 40 years. That emotional support, because we know it's stressful. Like you said, you do it once a year, or maybe you've never done it, and you're stepping up to the plate today or next week to do it. So it's actually a pretty simple meal to prepare. It's the timing of everything else. So get organized. Start making your list of everything you're going to have. Have your guests bring a dish or two, and it saves you some time. Well, give us a call here, too, because we can walk you through that turkey.
Well, you're fantastic. I do, you know what I mean, and I have called, and I love the support, and I think it's so needed, because I think even if you are a expert in the kitchen, you know, when it comes to turkey, it's always good sometimes, and sometimes we start second guessing ourselves, you know, on things.
Absolutely. We'll get callers, and, you know, they're so sweet. Like, we've been cooking turkeys for 50 years, but I just want to make sure I'm still doing it correctly, you know, and then we'll get the next call. I've never cooked a turkey before, you know. So, yeah, you know, we take the stress away.
The novice and the expert.
I love that.
So what about the, on the turkey, do you find a lot of people get confused on how much stuff actually you have to take out of the turkey whenever, before you cook it?
You know, at times, yes. And so the giblets are in the turkey as well as the neck. So when you go to prepare your turkey, look in the body cavity, and you'll find the neck in there. If you look in the neck cavity, the other end, there'll be a white bag full of giblets. Remove those, and then 50% like to prepare them, 50% like to discard them. It's personal preference. If you forgot about them, and you're roasted, and now you're carving, and you see them in there, it's certainly fine. Everything is oven safe and food safe. You can actually still go ahead and make those giblets if you want to, but it certainly is okay if they're left in there by mistake.
Right. So really, you become one with the turkey. You know what I mean? You really get to know your turkey by the time you've cleaned out all those cavities and and you've prepared it.
That's true. You definitely, yes.
She gets to know her turkey on a personal level.
We do. It's very intimate. Well, I really want this turkey to perform. You know what I mean? There's a lot of pressure here. Okay, so with this, so the thawing out, really, there's nothing to do. You just kind of just check it, and then if it's not completely thawed out, let's say on the eve of Thanksgiving or before you put the turkey in, let's go from there.
Sure, and that happens. You know, life happens. Sometimes we forget to thaw the turkey. You can soak it in cold water, and it's your much quicker way to thaw your turkey. You're just going to keep it in the original wrapper, put it breast side down, and just in your kitchen sink, fill that sink with just cold tap water. If you change that water every 30 minutes, that's going to be your quickest way to thaw. It's about 30 minutes per pound, so you can certainly finish off the thawing process like that, or you can start the thawing process like that if you forgot to thaw.
Okay, because sometimes it just maybe takes a little bit longer. Maybe your bird was a little bit bigger than you had anticipated, and just
Sure.
maybe getting to get the burger. Now I've not heard of this, but in the beginning, let's roll back a couple months ago, there was this horrible rumor that we were going to be short on turkeys, but I don't think that's true. I think that was just a bad rumor.
It's not true. I mean, Butterball's solid. There's plenty of turkeys out there for everybody. So just determine if you want fresh or frozen, and go ahead and determine what size you want. We recommend 2 pounds per person, and that gives some generous servings with leftovers. But also, if you go to Butterball.com, there's a great calculator tool. And put in how many adults, how many kids, if you want leftovers or not, and it will compute how much turkey you should get.
I love that.
I do love that, because let's be honest, I need all the help I can get on the service.
Well, and then I like turkey left over.
Yeah.
You know what I like turkey soup. I like turkey sandwiches. So it's important for me to have plenty so that I can have some leftovers.
Absolutely. It really is. It's the meal that keeps on giving. So the leftovers are good for another 2 to 3 days. There's some great recipe ideas as well at the website. And you can also freeze those leftovers and enjoy them a couple months down the road.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Listen,
Brilliant.
I've already got my meal plan for after Thanksgiving, and it most definitely does incorporate some of these leftovers. So I'm banking on the leftovers.
I love that. So if anyone's preparing to put are we still putting dressing in the turkey, or is that kind of the thing that we're getting away from?
No, not at all. You can definitely stuff your turkey. You just want to stuff it right before you put it in the oven. And use that meat thermometer. The center of that stuffing needs to reach 165, but it's a great way to prepare. It just takes a little bit longer to roast, and those cooking times come with all the Butterball turkeys.
All right. Okay, and as far as, now we have frying turkeys, we have smoking turkeys, we have all different kinds of turkeys.
It's no longer in the oven.
Yeah, but going back to the basics, how do you like to prepare that turkey?
So if you're just doing it in the regular conventional oven, 325 degrees, again, you have the giblets out, you're going to brush it with some vegetable oil. You can also use cooking spray. That's going to help give it that nice golden brown color. If you have a flat rack of some sort, you're going to put the turkey on there, put it in the oven, and you're going to roast it uncovered. About 2/3 of the way through, grab some lightweight foil. Just shield the top of that breast while you're waiting for that darker meat to get up to temperature. And then that's it. Once that turkey reaches 170 in the breast, 170 to 180 in the thigh, you know that turkey's done, and then remove it from the oven.
Listen, I'm taking notes here.
Autumn is. She's writing all
I'm writing this down.
Susan, and that was another discussion. One year, and I don't know where I'd heard it, and somebody maybe was playing a joke on me, but I really thought it was true. I'd heard put the breast down for the more tender meat, but I know Butterball, you guys always say breast up.
We do, and we tested that theory as well, but it does not make it any more juicier. All the Butterballs are self-basted, so it has enhanced juiciness and moisture, but it flattens the breast, so it gives it a little bit of a flattened appearance, and it's also very heavy and hot to flip over at the end of the roasting, so we do not recommend doing that.
Right, so breast up, right?
Breast up. We don't need any
breast up the entire time.
No. All right. Is there anything else we should know? Because for those that are today going to buy their turkey, is there any other suggestions? Just like right across from me, this lady, she's going to get her Butterball today. She's getting her Butterball today. Autumn is.
I am. Listen, I have a
Perfect.
Yeah.
Listen, Susan, I tell people, don't ever expect me to be early, but I'm always on time. And you just confirmed I'm okay to buy my turkey today, 1 week before Thanksgiving.
You sure are. You're right on time. I love it. And if you don't have a meat thermometer, just make sure you pick one up as well when you're buying that turkey. It doesn't have to be fancy, but it really is kind of your best friend on Thanksgiving Day. It takes all the guesswork out of knowing when your turkey's done. Obviously, you don't want it undercooked, but you don't want to overcook it either. The longer that turkey's in the oven after it has met those temperatures, the more it's going to tend to dry out.
Okay, and the actual little thermometer that's in my Butterball, when it pops out, is that a good indication to them?
Well, actually, Butterballs do not come with those pop-up timers.
Okay.
So that's why we do recommend using those meat thermometers. But those pop-up timers, yes, it means that area right where that pop-up timer has popped up.
That's why I've never had a pop-up one. Okay, everyone says the pop-up, and I'm like, I don't know anything about a pop-up. Okay, because Butterball doesn't have the pop-up. Okay.
Well,
but I do use my meat thermometer, so we're good on that, definitely.
Great.
Susan, you guys are rock stars at Butterball. Let's talk about your website. You make it, you couldn't spoon feed us anymore. You make it so easy for us. So let's talk all the way, how can people contact you if they have questions?
Sure. The heart of the talk line is the phones. Give us a call at 1-800-BUTTERBALL. We're here through December 24th. We're here actually on Thanksgiving Day for 12 hours, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., so we're here to help. But Butterball.com also has so many great resources. There's some how-to videos on how do I thaw, how do I roast, how do I carve. One of our top questions that we get, and it's just quick visual. For those visual learners, there's a great comfort calendar on there this year as well, and it just for each day has either a tip to get your turkey ready or just maybe a little bit of support for the host this year. There's ways to reach us through email, through chat, social media channels, recipes, you name it, we have it.
Wow, we are living in such a great time.
I know, it's such a blessing. For years, and I mean, women have just wanted to talk to somebody, or men, anybody who's preparing it, you know what I mean? Yeah, and now we have this. We have access to this. Butterball is a rock star. Not only do you guys have the best turkeys, but also you guys, make it so that we
make
can...
it foolproof.
Yeah, exactly. And here's how we're going to help you, right?
Well, we appreciate that. The beauty of a Butterball is it does come with 50-plus turkey experts behind it. To help you. And like you said, it has evolved. It started with 8 women, just answering a phone with a Rolodex, and now it's grown to over 50 men and women.
I love that.
Different ways to reach us. But really, Thanksgiving Day is like the most fun day to work for us here. We all know we're here on Thanksgiving Day and that week of, but you just get to talk to so many different people. Thanksgiving is such a special holiday for everyone, and to be in part of those kitchens is really special that day.
Right.
Well, I'm just curious, Susan, as you guys are working on Thanksgiving Day, does Butterball give you a Thanksgiving feast?
We are fed well here on Thanksgiving Day, yes.
I think I might be an intern with you, okay? I think I'm going to hang out with you,
I want
Susan.
the extra.
We'd love it.
Yeah, I'd love to
that's
have
my thing.
I would love it. I think that would just be a feast beyond, and I bet it's absolutely gorgeous. You talk about a photo that would be beautiful.
I think my Brussels sprout salad would look beautiful there.
Yeah.
Their turkey.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Susan, we're going to talk again, and I appreciate you giving us your time this morning. And let's talk again. We got more turkey talks we're going to be talking. We're going to get into some more maybe on preparing the turkeys and different recipes and things. So we appreciate this, you calling in this morning. And gobble, gobble, and everybody go out and get your turkey and start. Today is, again, say it again.
It's National Thaw Your Turkey Day.
Thaw your turkey day.
National Thaw Your Turkey Day.
Awesome. Thank you, Susan. Have the best day ever, hon.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you, and you too.
All right, bye-bye. All right, fantastic. Thaw your turkey day.
Yes, I love that. So, see, I'm right on time, Becky.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go get my
you're
turkey
not a
today.
minute late. You're not a second late.
And
Yep.
I'm just being safe here because Susan just told us 2 pounds of turkey per person.
Yeah.
My mom actually has already purchased her Butterball turkey.
Uh-huh.
And it's only like 12, 13 pounds.
Uh-huh.
So I thought I'm going to go get another one just to be safe.
Yeah.
Because that is not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough poundage for the amount of people we have
Well,
eating.
no, and because you want some leftovers
I
too.
do want some
And
leftovers.
anybody, a lot of times, like people that come, like I like to send stuff home too. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
I'm
give
not
them.
doing that. I'm not that nice. You're coming
Okay.
to my house, leftovers stay here.
Okay, well, I like to send some leftovers home with people if I have enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I like to keep some too for like we love turkey sandwiches, turkey soup, turkey.
I have turkey pot pie on the menu for Saturday.
Oh my goodness, I love any
Yeah.
kind of like that. Yes, or turkey casserole. I mean, you can do so many. There's so many ways to play this. You know what I mean?
I'm shaking
Or just
that up.
eating the turkey. You know? Just
I told you my favorite leftover turkey sandwich, a little bit of cranberry chutney, cheddar cheese with that turkey. You can't beat it. You get a nice wheat berry bread.
Oh,
Even on a roll. I'll even take it on a leftover roll.
you know what I mean? You can't beat a good roll. Yeah,
You can.
sounds good. All right, now I'm
Okay.
hungry. Now I'm
But
hungry.
you know what else you can't beat, Becky?
Yes, I know.
Our coffee club sponsors, Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, and Fox Pearly Wealth Management.
Yay! Thank you to our great sponsors. Today is Electric Greeting Card Day.
I'm sorry, I've never seen an electric greeting card. What do you mean? Like the ones that sing and make music?
Maybe
or,
so. Electric greeting card.
Or like the ones that you get in your email?
Maybe that's it. I don't know. It says electric greeting card today.
I think we've gotten away from the cards in the mail.
I
That makes me a little
know.
sad.
I know because I love the cards in the mail.
Yeah.
And I told you I'm guilty. I love them, but it's hard to. Yes, it's
Yeah.
hard to do that. Great American Smokeout. And we actually had. Let me go back years ago. We had an employee, and he was a smoker, and we had talked about on Coffee Club actually.
Yeah.
This was before my time, but they talked about the Great American Smokeout. So that day he chose to not or to participate and not smoke, and he stopped. Never smoked again.
Good for him.
It was fantastic.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
I
So
love that.
he
Yeah.
just put the cigarettes down for the day and then decided never to go back.
Not going back.
Yeah. That was cool. Homemade bread day.
I love homemade bread. It's the best.
I've got a daughter that's really rocking homemade bread.
You know, maybe she needs to let me try it.
I'm telling you right now.
A little bit of jam, a little bit of butter.
It's gorgeous. And the loaves are so beautiful. She's making homemade butter.
You can't beat that.
No,
Give me this daughter's name, and we'll be BFFs. I'm telling you.
You want to pop in at her house, yeah, when all that's going on. Yeah.
I just got a Dutch oven.
Oh yeah.
I've not had one yet.
Now, which is that? The Dutch oven?
That's the one. It has a lid on it. So, Pampered Chef is having we're having a $99 sale on these, and I'm gonna just throw this out. I love Pampered Chef cookware.
See, I don't know anything about it.
A lifetime warranty. I've seen them honor that. It's good cookware. For as often as I cook, it is well worth the investment for me. So they have this Dutch oven that I have really been wanting a Dutch oven for a while, and I'm too cheap to just buy it. But they had it on sale for $99 off, and then I had like 40 or 60% off on top of that. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
I got it for a really good deal. So it's like the stock pot, but it has the lid.
Okay.
And so you use it like before the Instapots and things were really popular. Like this is the old-fashioned, I guess, pressure cooker type of thing. I don't know.
Makes me a little nervous. Pressure cooker.
Well, it's not.
Okay.
It doesn't like
Not gonna
release,
blow
but
up.
before we had them, this is what you would use. Okay. Well, you can bake bread in it. Ooh. This is where people will do like their round sourdough loaves or in Dutch ovens normally. So I got one, and I'm going to try to make my own sourdough.
Have mercy.
I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
I have a bread machine. It's in the closet, and I loved it. And then one time somebody was like, well, that's cheating. And I'm like, it is not cheating.
Oh, no. I've never thought of it that
not
way at all.
cheating.
No.
I am utilizing the tools that I have.
Well, yeah. Oh,
So-
that's not cheating. No, I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
think so
no, I
either.
don't think that's cheating at all. Okay, so the Instapot, is that something like, okay, there's something, or in your noise, is that,
It's
so,
a Dutch oven.
Dutch oven, so like if I put potatoes in there, because there's something like people put potatoes in there and they're done like in 5 or 7 minutes or so? Is that that's the Instapot?
That's the Instapot.
Okay.
Okay, that is a pressure cooker.
Okay, but then
But
the
the
Dutch
Dutch
oven,
oven-
so why would you not use your regular oven? And I mean that respectful, I don't mean that
Oh, because it's like
disrespectful.
a pot. It's like a, you can also you can like braise short ribs in there. You can make soups in there. You can, like, it's actually like a stock pot as well.
Okay,
But you can put it from the stovetop or in the oven. So
Okay.
it's versatile. It goes back and forth.
okay.
So, but I've seen that people they make their bread in this Dutch oven
Oh, I
instead
think
of in a
that'd be
bread
delicious.
pan.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I'm going
for
to try
it.
it. I've not used
No.
it yet. So
Well,
I'm
that's
not,
exciting. Are you going to break it out for Thanksgiving? Isn't it funny how we try out?
no, I'm not breaking that out for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
No fresh bread for Thanksgiving, but I am going to try it. I don't like to make
Ooh.
new things on Thanksgiving.
Oh, I do. That's when everybody gets new things. But now, if you make the round bread and then you take the middle of the bread,
Yeah.
and you take it out, and then you put like a dipping sauce in it, you know.
I have seen that.
Yes, and that'll be. You'll be a
bread
hero.
rolls for soup.
I know. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. How beautiful that'll be.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. So I'm going to try it. That's kind of one of those tools I've been hesitant to use because I'm a little nervous on it. But
Oh, you got it.
I mean, for that price, I can't beat it. So I
Yeah.
did bite the bullet.
Yeah, here's my thing. If I'm not using it, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't have the room, and I've really tried to make sure that I don't have. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If I'm not using it all the time, like my crock pot, I use that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a solid. I really don't really have. I guess I do have an air fryer. Yeah, the air fryer.
Yeah, we use our air fryer all the time.
Yeah, those two things.
And I like the air fryer because my kids can use it.
Yeah.
And it's, like
Yes.
our air fryer, we have like the air fryer oven. So
Uh-huh.
like it does have the basket, but then it
Yeah.
has the racks too. So they make all of their stuff in there.
Yeah, and you feel a little safer that.
Yeah.
for
I
sure.
don't want them messing with the oven.
I get it. No, I completely understand that.
And our microwave is not working right now. Like I haven't had a microwave in a couple of weeks.
Have you missed that?
No, because we have the air fryer.
Oh, okay.
So like I heated up some leftovers and I just threw it in the bowl in the basket and it
Came back to life.
Yeah. And leftover french fries so much better in the air fryer than in the microwave.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I have the microwave. So my things that are convenient. I have a microwave. I have air fryer and a crock pot, and then
Yeah.
of course my oven. But like I don't want a lot of.
Yeah.
If I'm not gonna use it 100%, I just don't want it. You know what I mean?
Not me, Becky. We have all the gadgets.
Well,
I have storage space for them.
Well, if you have storage for it, that's
And
it.
that's, too, I'm waiting on getting that basement done. And then I keep telling myself, I can use this downstairs.
Oh,
I
there
can
you
use
go.
this downstairs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do like that.
I'm
Okay,
excited.
so Homemade Bread Day, International Guinness World of World Records Day. It's crazy the different world records there are.
Yes.
Yeah, remember we heard a weird one the other day and we thought we could do this. I don't remember what it was.
Clapping. It was
Clapping.
clapping.
Clapping? Yeah.
It
Oh, the
was.
fastest clapper.
The fastest
Yeah.
clapper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how I remembered that, but I do.
Okay, International Happy, is it Ghost Day? Gose. It's like, it looks like a drink day. I don't know.
I don't know.
International Students Day,
Hey, hats off to all our students.
right? National Butter Day. Yum.
Butter and bread. I mean, really, those should go together.
And I get no money from them. They're not a sponsor, but I love Land O'Lake. Land O'Lake butter, I'm telling you.
You gotta love what you gotta love.
I know.
And good butter is hard to come by.
Good butter is hard to find.
Nothing's better than fresh, warm bread with
Oh.
a pat of butter on it.
I
It's
know.
delicious.
It just goes, so good. National Rural Health Day. Love that.
Yes.
National Take a Hike Day. I love hiking.
Hiking is very healthy.
Yeah.
I don't like hiking in the cold, Becky. I don't.
No, but
I'm out right now, but you come get me in the summer.
Okay.
I will fight the bugs over the cold. I will do it. But yeah, don't be asking me to hike right now. I'm not
Ooh.
doing that.
National Unfriend Day.
Unfriend?
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen, right?
So is this like I'm going to unfriend you or you're not yet my friend?
Unfriend you. Like unfriend you, yeah.
No, we don't have time for
Okay.
that.
Social Enterprise Day.
I'm sure that's very important.
Little Mermaid Day.
Are you a
Very
fan of
cool.
the Little Mermaid?
I love the Little Mermaid. What about you?
I was not a fan of it. I mean, like, I remember
Why?
the first time I ever saw it was
Why?
in kindergarten, and we watched it in kindergarten. But it wasn't my, I don't know. I loved some of the music, but it was just, it's not a bad one. It just wasn't ever my favorite. I never really related with, I never did. And I hated
You hated what?
I don't want to say I hated the fact, but the whole story just didn't sit right with me.
The way she loses her voice.
The way she gives up everything just for a man. I'm just
Look
honey.
at that. Yeah.
No, honey, no. You are, and then when she's like, I'm not a child anymore. You are 16.
Yeah.
I mean, even I remember even as a child being like, why are you giving up everything for a guy who doesn't even know your name? Like,
Oh, look at
I
you.
never-
Yeah, you went a lot deeper. You thought a lot more. No,
I just never was.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Wow. Use less stuff day. We just talked about that, right? Use less
Yes.
stuff. Yes.
Declutter your life
Absolutely. World Peace Day. Love that.
every day.
World I can't say panoramic or
Panoramic?
No. The pancreas
Oh,
cancer day. Yeah.
pancreatic cancer.
Pancreatic. I can't say the word.
Yes.
Yeah,
Please
pancreas.
take care of your
Yes.
pancreas.
You don't hear very much about that. But that's something, that we really need to remind people to make
Mhm.
sure you do.
Please take care of your body. Listen,
Yeah.
you only have one body, and this
Yeah.
is the conversation I've been having with my children as of late.
No.
You only have one body. Take care of it.
Absolutely.
You only get one. You don't get, I'm sorry, Frankenstein's monster is not a real person. You don't get to just sew on new body parts.
Right.
You don't get
Yeah.
new, please take care of your body. Get your screenings. Exercise. Get plenty of sun. You're basically a very complicated houseplant. You need water, sunlight, love. Take care of yourself.
No, that's exactly right. Absolutely. Very good. Well said. Well said, Autumn. All right. World Philosophy Day.
I have a lot of philosophy.
Yeah, you do.
What's your personal philosophy,
I
Becky?
don't.
Do you have one?
No, I don't think so.
I just put you on the spot.
Yeah, you did. Yes. I was going on to the next one. It's Farm Joke Day.
You have a lot of farm jokes, for sure. I saw your little blind turkey farmer
Yeah,
joke that you posted.
I appreciate you looking at that.
Yeah,
Appreciate
where all the
that.
turkeys are they barking or mooing? I can't remember, but they're doing something.
I'm doing something. Yeah. So this is okay. It's got a cow and a pig, and So, and the farmer's looking at the computer. It says, tech support, I'd like to report a farmer in the Dell. It's fallen into the Dell computer. Yeah.
Yeah, and
There you
listen,
go.
I want to say that is a funny joke, but it is a little bit of truth in that. Gotta be careful.
Gotta be
Those
careful.
that
Absolutely.
internet
Don't
will
fall
suck you
into
in.
it. Do not fall
You
into
get
it.
into those TikToks and even like those Facebook reels, and then you look up and it's like, oh,
What
2.5
happened?
hours
What-
have passed. And
What
Be careful.
happened?
Be careful.
What happened? All right, so there we go. Get out and enjoy, enjoy. All right, real quick, Thanksgiving report covers everything from pies to parades for Thanksgiving. The top Thanksgiving-related searches are Thanksgiving side dishes. Number 2, the top turkey cooking techniques, which you can call Butterball. Number 3, the top how-to questions include how to make stuffing. Number 4, the top pies we're Googling are pumpkin, apple, pecan, sweet potato, and cranberry.
whoa, wait, let's go back. There's a cranberry pie?
Yeah.
Have you ever had cranberry
Nope,
pie?
never had it. I don't think I would be, I like cranberries, and I think it'd be
I wonder
like
if you could do like a cranberry orange pie.
Have mercy. You always want to put orange. I like that.
I love
I'm not
cranberry
even
and
mad.
orange.
I know. I think that'd be delicious.
I think orange is very fallish.
Well, and I saw, hang on, if we're gonna go a little bit further, okay, I saw where they take candles. You take a real pretty candle,
Yeah.
and you just add you take like your orange,
Yeah.
and you let it like sit out for a little bit, kind of dry up, and then you take a little string and you tie that to your candle, and it makes it look so like you're giving it as a gift.
Yeah.
A little bit of greenery. And
Listen, you can put cloves in orange and bake them, and then it makes your house smell delicious. You don't even need to
supporting
do
all the oranges
I
right
did-
here.
I'm telling
Orange
ya.
farmers of America.
I'm
You
for you.
are. I
I'm
can
for
see
you.
that. They're gonna fly
I'm
you to
seriously-
Florida real quick.
Listen,
You're
I
gonna be
will
their
go.
spokeswoman.
I will go.
They're gonna.
But I'm intrigued by this cranberry pie because you think of cranberries as being kind of tardy.
Your eyes actually lit up. You don't light up in the room like when Justin walks in that much as you did on that cranberry.
But I'm intrigued. I love a good cranberry, and I love cranberry and orange together.
Oh yeah. They
so I'm
complement each
curious.
other. I'm cracking up.
I'm glad
Okay.
that I can make you laugh. Becky.
Other trendy desserts: mini apple pies. Ooh, how yummy! Mini apple pies.
I'm not a huge apple
Chocolate
pie fan.
pecan pie, bread pudding, pumpkin chocolate cookies, and carrot cake. Trendy drinks this year: hot buttered rum, apple cider, pumpkin martinis,
Ooh, pumpkin
and
martini.
cranberry sangria.
Again, give me
Yeah.
all the cranberries.
Yeah. Okay. 8 states you've been Googling Thanksgiving are Montana, the ones that I've been Googling, Montana, Michigan, West Virginia, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, I think for the parade and for the football.
Okay, so like those are the states that
Actually, we've been Googling. Everybody's
because
been
I was
Googling,
getting ready to say,
Yeah,
does
sorry,
New York
yeah,
even
yeah.
know where to find turkeys?
Yeah. Finally, the type of stuffing each state has.
Oh yeah, let's do this because I'm interested in
Oh, there's
stuff.
actually a map. Cornbread dressing donates in the South. A few states were called cornbread stuffing instead. Also, turkey stuffing and sausage stuffing are big in lots of states, but there are some weirder ones. Oyster stuffing in Kansas, Missouri, and South Carolina. Stuffing with Greek yogurt in Utah. Nevada wants stuffing wrapped in bacon. Ooh.
Okay, wait. Let's come back to stuffing. Let's talk about stuffing.
Are we stuffing or what do you call it? Stuffing or what's the other
Dressing.
Dressing, yeah.
So I'm personally a fan of the stovetop dressing. That's what I love, the box stovetop.
Okay.
I am. I'm a fan of the box
I
stovetop.
watch me. I take my.
No, Becky's. I know. I saw the
glass.
glasses come off.
Yeah.
Because I know you make homemade stuffing.
Yes.
And I will be honest, that homemade stuffing intimidates me a little bit. You know, because,
Bottom stuff all.
and here's why, I'll be honest. So somebody brought up oyster dressing.
Yeah.
Which,
No, I can't.
Okay,
Well, that's out
sorry.
of my league. Yeah, I couldn't.
first of all, I don't like anything that swims or lives in the ocean. So,
That's why you don't like Ariel.
probably accurate. But, I mean, just, I don't know. I'm thinking
Yeah.
this is Thanksgiving. Why do we have oyster stuffing?
Yeah.
But I have people that I know who love it and
Mm-hmm.
hey, I love that you love it. Please go eat it and eat my portion too. No hard feelings. I'm okay with
You sit
that.
at the end of the table.
You can, yeah. But like I remember and this probably only happened once, but it was very traumatic for me. Like, that's the only stuffing that we
I
had
feel like
in
you're a
Thanksgiving.
counselor.
Please do.
Okay.
But that's the only stuffing we had that year.
And what was wrong with it?
It was oyster stuffing that was disgusting.
Oh.
That's what was wrong
with
it. And, like, for 5 or 6 years, I wouldn't even eat stuffing.
Oh.
I'm like, no.
Traumatized.
Mm-mm. Mm. So then I discovered, when I moved out on my own and, was shopping, I discovered stovetop.
Okay.
And probably saw a commercial or something, I'm sure. And I don't hate it.
Yeah.
And I actually even use that sometimes as binding for my meatloaf. I told you, I buy it,
Oh, that's right.
and I
Yeah,
process
that's a
it.
good
It's
idea.
already seasoned.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan. But then last year, I go to my mom's and my grandma has bread in a tray. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this bread is going to go stale.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I'm making dressing.
Yeah.
And my immediate thought was, are you the horrible person who made oyster dressing that year?
Ooh.
But, like, so it kind of intimidates me.
Okay.
But I know you make dressing.
Yes.
You make sage dressing. This is sage dressing. Do you put sausage in there?
No, I do not.
Because I would think sage and sausage would
I
be
think
good.
I'm not even mad about it. No, but it's funny because they've been trying to hide the sage already from me.
I'm going to buy you a bouquet of sage.
I'm telling you right now, sage will come through. Yes,
I'm a fan of sage.
I know, and I mean, so
Parsley, sage, rosemary, thyme. I like them all.
Those are all my girls, all my ladies show up.
All the ladies
Show up. All the single ladies, come on out. Yeah, they do, and they always show up for me. And yes, I do. Now, hang on, I do want to say, I'm not knocking stovetop dressing, okay? And I actually do not mind. In a pinch, if you're in a hurry or what, I'm not even mad about it. It's not bad.
No.
I prefer the homemade dressing.
And I'm not against that.
That's what I prefer.
I like
You know what I mean?
homemade.
And that's just what I like.
In general,
So,
I've just never had a good homemade dressing I like.
well, then that's where and I promise you, Autumn Scott Hall, because I just want to say, you can go and you do beautiful dishes. I promise you can do the dressing. I promise you, it's
Are you
something.
addressing in the turkey or out the turkey?
Oh, out the turkey. I would not put one in my. It makes me nervous because remember all that stuff you heard years ago? There was like bad rumors about things. No, I'm happy that Butterball says you can still do it, but no.
Well, and I think, honestly, that is the difference between dressing and stuffing.
Yeah.
Like, I think dressing is if you bake, and I could be wrong, this is completely Autumn's Hall. Like, this is my brain, so
101.
don't take it to, but I think it is stuffing if it is actually stuffed in the turkey. And do you like that? If it's in the turkey.
Yeah, I see that.
And then it's dressing if it is outside the turkey to enhance the appearance of said turkey.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the only difference.
It doesn't, I think actually, it says here that actually in the South, I think we call it more, well, I thought, okay, so in the South it's more called dressing, because it says cornbread dressing is more, now there was there was like a really good spicy cornbread dressing that I had. Someone made it, I can't remember who now.
Listen.
And I'm telling you right now, Autumn, that would just knock your socks off.
I have never, this is the first time in my 36 years I have heard of cornbread dressing.
Oh, I'm telling you, talk about separating, that's like a roof on the house, separating the boys from the men. I'm telling you, that was delicious, and I'm trying to remember who makes it, and it is so good, and they actually made it kind of a hot, like
With
a
jalapenos.
It was kind of a hot, it was
Listen,
delicious.
if this is you, call us in.
I need to
Call in,
remember who.
let us
I'm going to
know.
have to do my research and remember who brought that dressing, and it was so good. It is
I'd
very
say throw some cranberries in that bad boy, brighten that up.
Put some oranges and cranberries.
Nah, you can't do it. I could do orange with cornbread, but I could do cranberries.
And cranberries, yeah. It's delicious. Okay, real quick, and 2 other states sound off. They're searching for salad dressing, French dressing in Rhode Island, Italian dressing in New Jersey. They are the types of stuffing too. I guess there are both types of stuffing too. So Italian and
There you go.
French. Okay, there we go. All right, let's talk about. Are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk. Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
need to do my. I forgot
Yes.
it's Thursday.
It is Thursday.
Celebrity Home
Home
Loans, LLC, NMLS, ConsumerAccess.org, CelebrityHomeLoans.com, NMLS. I know that's right, but it sounded awkward. 227765. We are an equal housing lender.
Yes.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is what we are. Listen, my brain's everywhere today.
No,
I'm now caught on food and I'm hungry. So let's talk about rates. Let's talk about what's going on in this lovely market. You know, rates have spiked up, and we had talked before, hey, we're at a discount, you're paying for your rate. You know, it's ugly right now. But I will say, this week as I was pricing out things, I was actually able to par out again. And that is very exciting because that means you're not paying a discount on certain things anymore.
Okay.
So that means that now, as things are coming back, as things are strengthening up, it is getting a little bit better. And they are forecasting that by the end of the year, beginning of next year, rates will start to decline a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. And so that's nice. It's nice that things are starting to be able to par out. You're not paying for your rate. I had a lady yesterday, I was talking to her, and it was funny because we were looking at a certain loan amount, and this is interesting. So this just tells you how crazy the market is right now. We were doing a $65,000 cash out refinance. Okay, $65,000, no big deal. Her rate was 8%. You do get hit on cash out, you know. But we were talking, I was running numbers, when I bumped her up to $95,000. Keep in mind, cash out refinance, so, you know, we had room to do that. Her rate actually dropped to 6.625.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
And so I was talking to her, and I'm like, listen, I will do whatever you want.
Right.
But for $30,000 more, you're paying it was like $174 more a month. And I'm like, you know, that was enough. She's like, I can pay off everything. And actually, we ended up turning it around, and she ended up saving like $350 a month
Oh, I'm so
overall.
happy. Oh, yay, what a blessing.
And I was like, that is, you know, but I'm like, I wanted you to come in and see it, because again, I'm very transparent. You can see my rates. I don't hide anything from you. Like, it is what it is. You're paying it. You have a right to see it.
Absolutely.
But it was like, I'm not making this up. Like, here, you're seeing it.
Yeah.
And that really, I do kind of get hit if you get under a certain amount. And actually, you know, that's something we've told people, hey, 65 is usually the lowest we can go. Because it just, you get under 65 and we just get hit so much that it throws me into a high cost loan, and then I'm out of compliance, and it's just a mess, and I can't do it.
Right.
Because federal government says my fees have to be set. Like, I can't charge a percentage, I have to charge flat fees. And so when I get under a certain amount, my flat fee is actually more than what is allowable for you to pay me as a percentage. So I just can't.
Right.
So we were talking, and I was a little stunned about that. That, hey, you know, you can borrow $30,000 more and your rate actually drops.
Yeah.
Like, that's
a
benefit to you.
Yeah, that's huge.
It is, and so it's nice, honestly, to see those low sixes again.
Yeah,
you know, because I
definitely.
haven't seen that
That's
in a
refreshing.
while.
Yeah.
But
Come
I have,
back, baby.
yeah, come back, please come back. You know, because really, and we've said this, Becky, and I'll say it again, we really should be in that 6 to 7% interest rate range anyway.
I know.
I mean, that really is a healthy, good range. If you refinanced, if you listened to us and you refinanced or you purchased when they were 2s and 3s, great.
Yeah.
Like, happy for you, happy for us, not mad.
Right.
But you really did, I mean, just keep in mind, you really did get a good deal.
Yeah.
We should have always been in 6, 7.
Yeah.
We
Right.
should have.
Well, I think, let's go back, whenever we were in the 2s, it was very uncertain life. And I'm talking about, we were going through the COVID, and it was very scary for some.
Yeah.
And some didn't want to make too much movement because we didn't know what, you know what I mean? We were just trying to stay up, you know, just trying to keep everybody healthy, and
Right.
also trying to keep groceries and also, you know, the demands and stuff and things. So really, to be honest, nobody was thinking about that. I mean, there were some that were.
Well, and we had to.
Not everybody got on that.
You got to think, we had, anytime rates are lower, anytime. The last time rates were really low was at the end of 2008 when we were in a recession. You know, 2008, 2009 rates went down. Anytime your interest rates go down on the houses, it's because the economy is kind of struggling a little bit, and they're
Right.
trying to make motion
Yeah.
towards that.
Yeah.
And so as we went on the other side, because the last 2 years, it's been chaotic. People are offering more than homes are worth.
Oh.
Like, I mean, the market has inflated up, and it's been chaotic.
Yeah.
And then you have people who are, I mean, I've seen houses that have gone for sale that I'm like, I know I did that mortgage 5 years ago, and now you're making triple your money.
Yeah.
And that, hey, kudos to you for that. But at the same time, it's like, there's a part of me that I'm kind of cringing a little bit, because I'm like, man,
Yeah.
the person buying it is maybe, they think they're getting a great deal, but it's like, you're really kind of not, because why are we spending $140,000 for an 800 square foot house?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know, on the other side of it, I'm kind of seeing that side of it.
Right. Right. Sure.
And at the end of the day, I don't make the decision, so these are all my personal opinions. You know, like, some people say, no, 800 square foot, I'll pay 140, and that's a great deal.
Mhm.
Well, that's good for you, but,
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. So we had to kind of counteract that a little bit. Because honestly, when you're at 2 and 3% interest rate, yeah, you
Yeah.
can buy a $170,000, $180,000 house, and you're making, you know, your payment's not awful.
Right. Right.
You know, so we had to kind of counteract that, because people were able to offer above and beyond,
Yeah.
because the payment was so low because of the rate.
Right. Right. But
So we kind of have to counteract that
Yeah.
now, and that's really, we really should be, like I said, 6-7%, because that means that our economy is getting stronger, it is getting healthier,
getting back. a
it's
little
getting
bit
back
more.
to where
Yeah.
we need to be.
Yeah.
So
So with real estate, though, let's just talk for a second here. With real estate, though, once it's up there and people are paying this and doing this, is there like where it's going to go back, where real estate will be a little bit more? I mean, is that something that?
So here's the bad thing about real estate. Real estate's always a good investment. I mean, historically, year over year, real estate does increase overall. But you will have minor dips, such as the 2008, 2009 situation. You are starting to see things come down now a little bit. You know, a house that, you know, maybe a year ago would have sold for $200,000. Now maybe you're only getting $175,000, $180,000. You know, and part of that is you have these interest rates that have risen and people can't afford it. Like,
Right.
hey, I can't afford to give you $200,000 now because my interest rate is 6%.
Right.
Like, my payment is higher, and we don't fall in those ratios anymore. But the thing about and I'm not an appraiser, so I will preface this with that.
Right.
I'm not an appraiser, but your house is only worth what the houses around it are worth.
Uh-huh.
And when we order an appraisal, when the appraiser finds comps, and that's how they determine your value, they take your house and they compare it to 3 houses. It's usually 3 is what we need on comps. Sometimes I get 4, sometimes I get 5, really just depending on the market. But they will take 3 to 5 houses around you within a certain mile radius, and usually it's 1 to 5 miles. So if you're in a neighborhood that has houses around you, they won't let me go out 5 miles. So like you're buying in New Albany, Clarksville, Jeffersonville, where there's a lot of houses, your radius is a lot smaller. Because there's neighborhoods, there's you have a lot of subdivisions out there.
Right.
We have a little bit more leniency because we're kind of in the country. We don't have cookie cutter houses.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm seeing more and more we are getting those neighborhoods where the houses are all looking the same, and we need that building. We need those places. But because we live in an area where we don't have a lot of subdivisions, my radius is a little bit longer. It's a little bit further. They can go 5 miles out.
Right. Okay.
But they will pull houses that have sold in the last 6 months. They prefer, with as crazy it's been, they prefer 3. But within the last 6 months, sometimes that can stretch to a year, depending on the property. And they will find a house of comparable size, build, things like that, something that is comparable to your house, and then they will compare your features, garages, fireplace, driveways, things like that. And then your house value is dependent on how it compares to all these other houses that sell.
So really, if your neighbor fixes up their house, that really works good for you.
If they're going to sell it.
No, but I mean, like, even if they just, if you were going to sell, I mean, like, if your neighbor fixes their house up and it looks good, then that would make your property value go up, correct?
Not if they're not selling it.
No, but
Because I can't use your neighbor's house if it hasn't sold in the last 6 months. Now, if your neighbor fixes their house up to sell it,
wouldn't it make your house look good if you, if they, I mean, okay, so if you put your house on the market and your neighbor's house goes for more, would go for more, even though, you go back to what they paid. You don't go buy the house? I mean, I'm confused on that.
okay, sorry about that.
Okay, so if someone fixes, okay, let's say that someone is going to sell their house.
Yes.
And their neighbor fixes up their house just because they want to fix their house up.
I can't use their neighbor's house as a comp because it hasn't sold. You can only compare your house to houses that have already sold.
it has to be on the market.
It has to already
That
be sold.
makes the cheese a little more binding.
Yes.
I mean, that makes it a little more difficult.
And here's the other thing, you can't use refinances. So like part of the issue that we've had such an influx of refinances. So like when I refinanced my house, okay, that's a couple years ago, I refinanced my house. My house was compared to other houses around me that had sold. Okay? So my house was compared to those houses. Now let's say you bought a house very comparable to my house. Okay? You can't use my house as a comp because I didn't sell it. I refinanced it.
I didn't realize that. Okay, I thought that when somebody, like when somebody in your neighborhood up theirs, you know what I mean, and made theirs more attractive, I thought that would count for you.
Now, it will help
only
you,
if it sells.
Only if it sells as far as your appraisal value.
Okay.
Now, it will help with curb appeal. If I'm going to buy a house and your neighbor has a nice house compared to maybe, John Doe down the road whose neighbor has broken windows and, lawn that's 6 foot tall, I'm probably going to go with your house because your neighbor has a nicer house.
Yeah.
Like, that will help as far as buyer curb appeal. But as far as your actual appraised value, not really.
No. Did not know that.
And my house doesn't have anything to do with you because I was a refinance. And that brings up for sale by owners. So what we run into, and I've had this, with the way the market is, we've had a huge influx of for sale by owners. So what happens is, for an appraiser to use a house as a comp, it has to be verifiable between two sources. Two non-affiliated, I can't think of the word, but two third-party independent sources. The courthouse is one source.
Okay.
The courthouse, the recorder's office, because you have to file a sales disclosure, so that is a viable source.
Okay.
When a realtor lists a house, it goes in the MLS, the multi-listing system. That is usually the second source. So when they're part of like the Washington County Board, the CIRA Board, that is a source. It is an interested source, but it has listing, any concessions, all of that. Those are the two sources that the appraiser will use to say, yes, this is an accurate sale. There was nothing fishy going on.
Yeah.
When you have a for sale by owner, it's not in that second source. It is recorded at the courthouse because we have to record it.
Right.
But because it does not have that second source, a lot of times appraisers can't use them. Because how do I know that I didn't sell my house to you and then you turned around and gave me money back on the back end? It's not a true reliable source. And so we kind of have ran into issues with that because we've had buyers who've been like, well, my neighbor just sold their house. Yeah, but your neighbor sold their house to, on their own, and I don't have any source to prove it. So even though that's a good comp, technically, the appraiser can't use it because I don't have the two sources.
So even if you went to the courthouse and got that, it's
only one source. It's only been verified one way. It has to be verified by two. Now, sometimes what we run into is if the appraiser did that appraisal.
Yeah.
Because even sometimes for sale by owners, we have to have an appraisal.
Sure.
So if the appraiser did that themselves, then they will pull it in because, hey, I did this. I know that I verified it.
So if you were doing a for sale by owner appraisal, and the courthouse would be your 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could sometimes use that depending on the appraiser, but you don't always get the same appraiser to do yours. So it's very tricky. I always tell people, listen, I always encourage a realtor, always, 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 for your own benefit. I am not a realtor. I do not play one on TV. I will not do your purchase agreement. And I have people who get upset because they're like, well, you can give me one. No, I can't. Like, for me to physically give you a purchase agreement is borderline me practicing real estate, and I do not have a license for that.
Right.
I will get in trouble for that.
Right.
I won't do it.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm too pretty for prison, and you're
Right.
not worth me going to prison.
Yeah.
I won't. I encourage you to do a realtor. By all means, please.
Yeah. Well, I do want to say, Celebrity Home Loans, you have been selling homes. I mean, you've been giving out loans. Yeah, you're doing.
I'm
Yeah,
still
you're doing
closing
that.
loans.
Yeah. So hats off. I mean, the market is still going.
Not so good at taking pictures lately.
Yeah.
I really have not been good at taking pictures lately.
But you
But
have
I
been
am
busy.
still
You
closing
have-
loans.
yeah, absolutely. So the
Um,
life goes on. It is
Yeah.
rolling.
I mean, it is a little bit slower now than what it was 6-8 months ago. But yes, we are still closing loans. Closed one Monday. I have one next Monday. Another one before Thanksgiving. I mean, we are
Yeah.
still closing
So I mean,
loans.
that's awesome. Yeah.
We are still around. I know people have said, hey, I drove by the office. It's nobody's there. No, right now our office hours are a little hit and miss because we are out doing other things. Like,
We
I'm
are,
going to be
yeah.
gone this afternoon because I'm meeting a client in Charlestown.
Sure.
You know, we had the amazing shake this week at Easter, and we
Yes,
helped
how
judge
wonderful.
that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like, we do love giving back to the community
Yes.
and doing things. So as a result of that, sometimes we are down at the office as far as people, just for personal reasons, things that are going on that people need to take care of. So I can't be everywhere at once.
Right. But,
I mean, there's
but you
only
do
one
have
of
a
me.
wonderful, and you're so good about a phone call or
Yep.
getting back with someone.
Call me. My phones are forwarded. Camissa is still working.
Yeah.
She's not in the office right now. She's doing some things in other locations. She is still available. But, you know, that's part of it. And thankfully, we have our apps. We have cell phones. We have laptops. They're mobile. So that's one of the benefits of
Yeah.
our job. We can work mobile. We found that out in detail over COVID. People do not have to be sitting in the office 24/7.
Right.
Like, we are reachable. We are still able to get things done.
Sure.
So, yes, our lights are off a little bit more right now, but it does not mean we are not working.
Well, no, it means actually you're very busy working.
are.
Not just the opposite.
Like,
Just the opposite. You are working, and that's wonderful. And
Yeah.
I think that that's something, you know, want to remind everybody, though, you know, Celebrity Home Loans. And if you do want to purchase a home or, you know, or do some refinancing, to come and talk to you and see, kind of get a plan of action. And I'm glad to hear, and I love this story about helping anyone save. If they could save $300 a month,
yeah.
Autumn Scott Hall, I want to just do a big clap,
Hey.
snap, and happy, you know what I mean, dance on that. Because what a blessing in this economy and all the things that are going on,
Yes.
you know, buying groceries and gasoline and everything, right?
And, you know, and it's what we've said it. We'll say it again. It's rough right now, but the sun always comes back
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I mean, things do turn, so just maybe make some small adjustments, adjust as we're going through this
Yeah.
time, and we will make it. We'll make it
Absolutely.
through.
Yeah.
And you know who else helps us to make it? Our coffee club sponsors.
Yes, ma'am.
Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Celebrity Home Loans, and I did forget to do this morning, but I did this afternoon. www.celebריtyhomeloans.com, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, NMLS 227765, Equal Housing Lender, Dr. Brackets Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, and Fox Perley Wealth Management.
Yay. Thank you to our great sponsors. Everyone, have a wonderful and a great Thursday. Happy Thursday, Autumn.
Happy Thursday.
Hoop season is back on WSLM. Whether you're listening to local high school girls and boys basketball, IU or Purdue men's basketball, or the Indiana Pacers, you'll need to get dialed in to the WSLM Sports Zone to follow all the action this season. And what better way to enjoy the game on WSLM than to pair it with great food from Papa John's? Go to your Papa John's app to order for pickup or delivery. Call 812-883-3369 or stop in at their location at the corner of Main and Hackberry Streets. Either way, stop in for a hot, fresh pizza, breadsticks, wings, or desserts, and a cold drink today. And keep your radio tuned to WSLM for hoops action all season long. And to hear more great specials from your Papa John's in Salem.
Manufacturing engineer. Actively participate in the development of new products, product improvements, and assist in the resolution of technical manufacturing problems for a major producer of sintered metal components. Employer GKN Sinter Metals LLC. Location Salem, Indiana. Domestic travel required. To apply, mail resume, no calls or emails, to S. Shaw at 1670 Opdyke Court, Auburn Hills, Michigan 48326.
Hello there, this is Nat King Cole, wishing you all a happy and a Merry Christmas. The joy of living is in the giving. So let's give lots of toys for tots.
Since 1947, the United States Marine Corps has been helping Santa fill his sleigh, making happier holidays for deserving children right in your community. Go to toysfortots.org and learn how you can make a difference.
Gobble, 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 gobble! This is Jalen Hoare and John Jones. Turkey season is here. Now you have the opportunity to not only stuff your belly, but stuff your pockets. Right now at John Jones, we are looking to buy your car. We're always looking to pick up some new inventory, especially as we come upon the busiest time of the year. And for you men out there, and maybe even some women, I know that you may be participating in No Shave November, but not us here at John Jones, because we are constantly shaving down our prices to give you the biggest savings possible. Check out our inventory online at johnjonesautogroup.com or give us a call at 877-473-5546. And again, I'm Jalen Hoare at John Jones Salem, and remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
Remember when you had your birthday party at McDonald's, playing with your family and friends, enjoying cake and that one-of-a-kind McDonald's food and drink? If you're looking for a fun and safe place to have a party for your children or grandchildren, look no further. Party time is back at McDonald's right here in Salem, Mitchell, and West Baden. That's right, hosted birthday parties are back, baby. Call event coordinator Renee Lewis at 812-788-0126 to schedule your birthday for Salem, Mitchell, or West Baden today. The party includes food and drink for up to 10 guests with your choice of white or chocolate cake, ice cream for each child, a gift for the birthday boy or girl, goodie bags for each child, and a festive decorated party area. Parties at Salem allow children to play, while the McDonald's in Mitchell and West Baden will feature age-appropriate games. Let McDonald's make your child's next birthday party stress-free for you and fun for them. Call Renee at 812-788-0126 today and get your next party on the schedule at McDonald's.
Rock and Recovery Minute. Recovery rocks.
To Summit County, Ohio Domestic Relations Court Magistrate Cheryl Ware, an alcoholic was a toothless guy who lived under a bridge.
I did not fit that profile, so I didn't even know that I just know that alcohol made me feel better. And when I was, blacked out, I was feeling better. My life at that point had completely unraveled. I hit what you would call rock.
Two conservative, heterosexual, gun-toting, football-loving, evangelical Christian white men. In other words, the two most dangerous men in America, Rick and Bubba.
It is 6 minutes past the hour from the No Name Studio on the bleeding edge of technology from Sweet Home, Alabama to the world. Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, Eddie Van Adler, all here as we start another hour. Welcome back. There's Bill Bubba.
Rick, glad to be here, and we are honored and privileged that you have joined us. Thank you very much.
Well, and we just walked through another one. We got a lot to uncover. We'll talk to you by phone again this hour at 866-WE-BE-BIG. Let's start with Ron DeSantis talking about some of the slow vote counting in other states, which I'll agree with him is shocking, and it certainly does not address the distrust issue that a lot of Americans have with the voting process now, that they wonder whether it can be trusted. That's not a good thing. And Ron DeSantis weighs in on that.
We but we actually had another hurricane come through in the other part of the state, Nicole, so you guys understand that. And how is it that the state of Florida, the Monday before the election, we could declare a state of emergency for Nicole, conduct an election, count like 7.7 million votes by midnight. Next morning, we're at the EOC, storm hits, you have washouts of A1A, other parts. We repair that by the weekend, and these other states are still counting their votes from the election. How pathetic is that?
That's true. Here. Can anybody refute what he said? It is pathetic.
It's amazing. Some of them need to be overhauled. But look, Florida had to get bad before they overhauled theirs, and they overhauled it. It's much better now. So maybe some of these other states will do it too.
Let's hope so. Also, Speedy mentioned at the old G20, and what's the G20?
Well, that's the big economic, top 20 economic economies in the world. Although when Biden's there, do you feel like it's just the G19?
I do. That's a great one. Here is China's chairman. Chairman?
Yeah.
Is that what
he's the chairman of the Communist Party.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I didn't know that was a title of this. Xi, is that how you say his name? Xi. Anyway, Xi is not happy that Canada's Justin Trudeau, better known as Abbott calls him,
who's Castro's son. Castro's boy.
Yeah, Castro's.
That's what that
illegitimate child. Yeah, so Trudeau gets dressed down a little bit by is it Trudeau?
Yeah.
It's Xi
and Trudeau.
Xi and Trudeau. Trudeau is dressed down by Xi. So here it is for leaking a private conversation. Here we go. I got second hand here.
Oh, it's terrible. Everything was established and leaked into the paper and on the phone. And that's all the way the conversation was conducted. If there is free and open and frank dialogue, and we will continue to have. We will continue to look to work a constructive thing together, but there will be things we will disagree on. We will have That's great, the conditions first.
Well, he was little.
And look at walk away. It's like he's got something.
Not sure where to go
or something.
Yeah.
She was mean to me.
And the last thing he said, if you lived here, you would disappear.
Boy, you hate
to see two communists just not get along.
I know it. Yeah. Two commies with a little break up there in the middle, a little drama in the Communist Party there.
While I greatly respect your father, all right, do not leak our private conversation.
You have lost face. You have lost face. And then, like you say, Trudeau walks away like he's been scolded, like a dog that got scolded, and how they go over the corner and put their head down.
What if you're the translator?
You know what?
You've got to deliver what he's saying.
Can
you
we
got to
say
do it
that
in an authoritative way.
Well,
Trudeau doesn't look like himself.
He doesn't.
He looks like he looks weird, doesn't he?
Yeah, what's happened to him? Has he had some sort of makeover or something?
No. He looks
Skinny
in the face.
Skinny in the neck and face. Is he ill?
I mean, he doesn't even look like him at all. He was rocking a beard for a little bit, so maybe that's true. Everything.
So the translator has the mask on, but they don't.
Right.
That is not the way our conversation was conducted.
You wish the translator was a bigger person.
You asked me the question on what I would do. By the way, notice the absurdity of the mask. People have masks on standing next to them, but they don't. I mean, how absurd is this mask? Some of y'all on this mask thing, I don't follow you. I don't know what you're doing. It doesn't make any sense.
Y'all, that does not look like him.
It doesn't.
At all.
It doesn't.
Can we see another picture?
The body double. The body double.
Adler?
Yes. First, I want to watch him walk away there, like he's got something.
I think he laid down to the lane and said, "Where's the rest?"
Can he leave?
Yeah, where's all his people?
Who inserted the corn cob? Was that Xi?
I think so. I think we saw it happen.
Let me ask you this: What is China and Canada talking about that's so secret? You know,
I don't know. I'll tell you one thing: Xi didn't like it being leaked to the press. And you asked me, Speedy, if I had to deliver that message.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it exactly what he said, because if not, he'll kill me. So I'm going to do it if I'm under communist rule and I'm with the chair.
No, but what I'm saying is, don't you think his person, his translator, should be more of a scary looking, alpha male kind of looking guy?
No.
This is what he said.
I'm going another way. There's always something, and you've seen it to that time, a little bit spooky, that the really big person in charge has some little fella next to him that says, "That's right." Let me tell you what he said.
Like assistant
He's
coach?
not going to tolerate that.
Okay.
You
It's
know?
like the big dog, little dog.
Yeah. You always have that little fella next to you that warns everybody how dangerous you are.
Adler, do you have a Trudeau
That's
picture?
right.
That just doesn't look like him at all.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a split screen of a picture of him and then just a normal.
He did hold his own there towards the end. He said, "Well, look, we're going to disagree on stuff." He tried desperately to hold it
But
together.
then he walked away.
And what were they talking about that was so secret that she didn't want it? Didn't want it leaked. Did you see Trudeau lean over to, I guess, one of his assistants, like, "I got to go to." What did he say? It's almost like he was looking for something.
All right, so I don't know. That's a good question. I've got a split screen here from the video and then just a normal picture of Trudeau and.
Wow. It looks good.
Yeah, he does look different.
Very
He
good.
looks a lot different. Very different.
Tell the radio audience what we're looking at. Well, it's a picture of Fidel Castro.
Oh, is it? My bad. I do that sometimes because they look and act exactly the same.